Previously in Kenya, they fought, they bled, and they rose. The colonizers' flag came down. The black, red, white, and green went up. But what happens when the struggle ends and power begins? The date is December 12th, 1963. For the first time in over 70 years, the Union Jack is lowered and the Kenyan flag is raised high. There are cheers in Uhuru Gardens. Dancers sway to the drums of freedom. Fireworks light the sky. For a moment, Kenya breathes. The child born in chains now stands ready to walk. The British leave. But they don't leave empty-handed. They leave with deeds, files, wealth, and silence. They leave behind a system they created, a colonial economy, and a deep divide. Jomo Kenyatta, once branded a terrorist, now becomes the face of the new republic.
Huu ni ushindi wa kila Mwafrika, akiwa KANU akiwa KADU. Ni ushindi wa kumwezesha Mwafrika kuendesha serikali yake,
he says, and for a while the country believes. But soon cracks appear. Land, the very thing Mau Mau fought for, does not return to all. It is sold, often to the politically connected. The promises made in the forests are left to rotten files. Former freedom fighters are left jobless, nameless, poor. Some disappear quietly. Others begin to speak, but are told to shut up. A new class emerges. The political elite, ministers, MPs, governors of parastatals. They speak of unity, but live in gated privilege. They preach equality, but protect tribal interests. The ghost of colonialism doesn't leave. It changes clothes. Oginga Odinga, Kenya's first vice president, clashes with Kenyatta. He speaks of socialism, of land for the poor, of real equality. But he is sidelined. His party is banned. His name branded as a threat. Meanwhile, young voices rise. Piogama Pinto, Tom Mboya, J.M. Kariuki. Dreamers, builders, reformers. They want a Kenya for all Kenyans. But their light threatens power. Pinto is assassinated in 1965. Mboya follows in 1969. J.M., perhaps the most loved of all, exposes the growing gap between the rich and poor. He says Kenya is becoming a country of 10 millionaires and 10 million beggars. A year later, he is murdered. Each bullet is a message. Dissent is not welcome. In public, there is order. But underneath, fear grows. Tribalism spreads, not as tradition, but as a weapon. Politics becomes a game of exclusion. Loyalty becomes more important than justice. In 1978, Kenyatta dies. His vice president, Daniel Arap Moi, takes over.
Mimi, Daniel Arap Moi.
Many expect him to be a transitional leader, but Moi consolidates power. He crushes opposition, declares Kenya a one-party state. He rules for 24 years. Under Moi, schools are built, roads are paved, and sports heroes rise. But corruption spreads like wildfire. Critics are jailed, tortured, exiled. The Constitution becomes a tool of the powerful. Mega corruption scandals, from Goldenberg to Anglo leasing, shake the economy. Tribal clashes are sparked during elections. Each time, the poor fight the poor, while the powerful watch. By the year 2002, the people are tired. Moi steps down. A new president, Mwai Kibaki, takes power. There is hope again.
Mimi, Mwai Kibaki, naapa kwamba nitatenda kazi zangu za urais kwa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
A new dawn, a new constitution is promised, but the old habits remain. This was the inheritance. The question is not just what did we gain, but what did we become? Previously in Kenya, the chains were broken, but not all the wounds were healed, and not all the dreams came true. This was independence. This was betrayal. This was the price of power.
Streaming now, only on Foateller Stories.